Hello and thank you for watching. I'm Ashli Van Dyke with Advantage Software, and on today's video, User.ini organization and consolidation with underscores, I'm going to show you a new feature in Eclipse 11 that allows you to easily organize all of your different User.ini files. I'm at my desktop background and I'm going to open up Eclipse. And in this window, you see that I have a number of different users to choose from. And many of our customers have a large number of INI files to choose from, and sometimes just having them listed alphabetically is not enough. And so as of Eclipse 11, there's a new way that you can organize your Eclipse.ini files to make them easier to find. To do this, I'm going to close out of Eclipse, and I'll open File Explorer. I'll go to Documents, Eclipse, and within the Eclipse folder is where I'll find all of my User.ini files. For this video, I've removed all of the extraneous files from my Eclipse folder, so you may have many more files than are listed here. The new User.ini organization system is very similar to the way that File Manager works. In the File Manager, if you have one file with a name and you have another file that has the same name, underscore some other designation, they'll be listed together in the File Manager, but if you hit a plus sign, you'll be able to expand them and see both files. Using that same logic, you can now organize your INI files. And so I have a number of different INI files for different purposes. I have some INI files for federal work, some for official work, some for civil work, some for traffic work, and even a couple for scoping work. And I want to be able to organize all of these users. But the first step is to have a master user that all of your other related users can be organized under. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start with my depot users. I'll make a copy of one of my deposition files by clicking on it, hitting Control-C, and then Control-V. And I'm going to rename this file to just depots. Next, my depot users, I'm going to rename them to start with depots and then underscore. And then I'll have whatever deposition firm or agency it is after that. So for this one, I'm going to start it with depots, underscore, and then the name of the firm. I'm going to do the same thing with my second deposition user. I'm going to go to the beginning and add depots, underscore. Next, I'll do the same thing for my traffic users. I'm going to make a copy of any of them, and I'll call that one just traffic. Next, I'll rename each of my other traffic INIs to begin with traffic underscore. So I've renamed the one for Port St. Lucie traffic. Next, I'll rename the one for Stewart City traffic offenses. Next for Vero Beach. And last for West Palm Beach. So now all of my traffic INIs are organized together, as well as my depot INIs. Next, I'm going to work on my court INIs. I'll make a copy of my federal INI, and I'm going to rename my federal INI to federal criminal to specify which type of federal court it is. Next, I'm going to do the same thing with federal civil. And now the only ones that I have to modify are my scoping INI files and my state court INI files. So I'm going to make a copy of one of these, and I'll call it state. And then I'll rename the others to start with state underscore. I'll call this one official. I'll call this one state underscore family. And I'll call this one state underscore court. Next, I'll create a copy of one of my scoping files, and I'll call this scope underscore barb. And then I'll call this one scope underscore depots. Now for my traffic ones, I don't really need the second word traffic in these names, but I did leave it in to show you how it'll look when you compare it to the ones like state or federal. And it looks like I missed one of my scoping INIs. Let me do Susie. And now that I've renamed all of my files, I have a master organization file for depots, federal, scope, state, and traffic. And all of the other INIs that begin with that designation will be listed underneath that master organization label. And let me show you what that looks like now in Eclipse. So I'm going to go ahead and open Eclipse 11. Now when I open Eclipse, I'm given the option to choose from only a few things. I can choose from my depot INIs, my federal INIs, my scoping INIs, my state court INIs, as well as my traffic court INIs. And this is mirrored in Windows File Explorer. I set up organization INIs for depots, federal, scope, state, and traffic. And if I expand these, all of the INI files that I had listed will be listed here. And so you see for the traffic ones, I have traffic underscore, the city, and then traffic again. I don't really need this extra traffic designation. So keep in mind when you're naming your INIs that whatever shows up before the underscore will also show up for your INI file name when you're selecting it. And you can choose any of these INI files and load them. And you can make sure that you can quickly and easily find any INI file that you need. If you work in many different cities, counties, or states, you may wish to organize your INIs based on geography. If you're a closed captioner, you may wish to have East Coast and West Coast stations that you cover. Or your INIs might be separated by different specialties of work. If you do court reporting work as well as providing CART, you may have one grouping for court reporting work and another grouping for CART work. No matter how you need to organize your INI files, Eclipse 11 now easily gives you the option. All you need to do is follow the underscore naming convention that you use in the file manager with your INI files. And all of them will still be available when you open Eclipse. Just make sure that you have a master organization INI file for all of the ones that you have underscored. If I choose cancel and don't choose to load Eclipse, if I delete the depots.ini and just leave depot dinos and ABC depots preceded by depots underscore, when I go into Eclipse, I can still use those INIs, but they aren't organized under a collapsible header. So that's why you need the INI that just has the name of whatever header you want. And then any INI that you want segmented under that header, simply name header underscore INI name. Don't forget that Advantage Software offers anytime support. Tech support can be reached with any question, anytime, including weekends and holidays, at 772-288-3266. Email support is also available at support@eclipsecat.com. Thank you for watching this video. Please hit the thumbs up button, subscribe to our channel, and turn on notifications so that you'll be notified when we publish new content in the future. Thank you so much and have a great day.